Hello and welcome to the third tutorial of the SolidWorks basic course. So today we'll be discussing about how to fully define any of the designed component. In order to define, we need to give the dimensions to all the specific sides. We need to give the angles, whatever is being required. If it's an arc, if it's in a circle, if something in the chamfer space, something like this, we have to give the proper dimensions. We have to give the proper dimensions in order to make the full defined position of that particular component. So we'll begin by clicking the file, opening the new part. So I'll be selecting, just as a normal case, I'll be selecting the front view. I'll click the sketch, and guys, this one is our origin. This part, x-axis, y-axis and the z-axis, which is going into the screen, this point is our 0 point. So make sure this is the key point here, that everything that you starts must has a reference to this 0 point. For example, if I draw a line, I click on this line. If I draw a line something like here, and I want this line to be of 1 meter. So in order to give the dimension to this line, I have to click smart dimension. I have to click on it, and it comes up like this. It's at the moment is 86.88 millimeter. So I need to give 1 meter, and it becomes something like this. It's 1000 millimeter, which is 1 meter. And you see, until now the line is blue, which means that it's not fully defined. It's mentioned here underdefined. So in order to make it fully defined, I have to make sure that it has a link with this reference, with this pivot point over here. It's the 0, it's the origin. You see, whenever I click on it, there's a blue light comes on the origin. It means that it's the origin of our sketch. So I have to click one more time to the smart dimension. I have to click on the line, or either on the point on the left or the right, or even on the middle. It's the same thing. If I click on it, and then if I click on this point, I have a difference between this line. It's 595. So that, let's suppose that I need 500 millimeters to be there. That I mean to say that I need 500 millimeter distance between this line and the origin. And now our line is still underdefined, so which means that I have to link it's this and this point at a diagonal, and now our line is fully defined. So which means that now SolidWorks knows that our line, this drawn line, this designed line, is 563.56 diagonal towards this origin, since its starting or its ending point is not parallel to this origin line. So that's why we have to give this diagonal dimension also, and we have to give the exact linear dimension from the line to the origin point, which means that this is our x-axis dimension and this is our y-axis dimension. And now this line and its end and the its starting and the beginning points are also black, and we have written here fully defined, which means that this line is fully defined. Whatever we can go through, if I want to draw something next to it, for example something like this, then I don't need to repeat the same process again and again, that I have to link this one with the origin. Now since this line is linked with this origin, so I can directly link this line to this, in that, for example, if it's 300 millimeter apart. So, and then if I make this distance x and y axis like this, so you see, now I only define these 2 points and this line in the X, Y and Z axis towards this line which is defined to the origin. So that means indirectly this line is defined to the origin in an indirect way or through this line. So that's why it's our complete sketch is fully defined. Now I'll show you something.